Welcome back to Riding Bikes in San Diego. We are on an eastern portion of El Cajon Boulevard heading west, and you can see that there's this painted bike lane here. That's because we're still in La Mesa, and right here where this bike lane ends, that's how you know we're now in San Diego. The width of the street does not end, but for some reason the paint just stops, and it yields to parking. So I typically avoid riding here, but I happen to be out in a place that necessitated this. I didn't want to go all the way down to University. I want to use this road because it's a road. I should be allowed to bike on it. I've been covering on this channel street signs a lot lately and construction signs. And I wanted to look at this little stretch of El Cajon Boulevard, and then we're going to go back to Montezuma, but there's a sign right there that says construction's up ahead, and I don't think that this counts as a sign creep like I mentioned last time. There will be construction up ahead, and the fact is that these signs are not placed in a way that's compromising my safety, so I think that's worth pointing out. In a past video, particularly on Lake Murray Boulevard, there were just signs that were in the way, blocking bike lanes specifically. Now this road doesn't have a bike lane, but I am going to suggest, and I would argue, that this road needs a bike lane. And we're about to get into some construction that I think is really a wonderful opportunity to create a bike lane. Supposedly the reason why there's no bike lane on El Cajon Boulevard over here is because the business owners don't want it and have protested such ideas in the past. Never mind the fact that most of the road we were just on did not have anybody parked in the street. But we crossed 70th here, and we are riding in this construction lane. It looks like they were doing something, I'm not quite sure, probably related to repaving, resurfacing, but the work is clearly not being done. And I already know some folks are prepping in the comments like, you shouldn't be riding here, it's against the law, something like that. It's not dangerous for me to ride here. And I have a feeling y'all would be freaking out if I were riding in the main travel lane anyway, making all these cars have to wait behind me. We're coming up on the truck who's doing the work right now, and I am going to have to change lanes in a moment here. I got plenty of room. Any driver there could see me. It's going to be fine, right? I think you'll be fine. The driver of the Porsche behind me didn't like that I changed lanes, even though I was signaling with my arm, which you can't see in the video. But nevertheless, we're back in 2 lanes. We got the Sharrows, and this Porsche was in such a hurry. Now they're keeping their distance for some reason. I don't get it. Y'all want to pass me, or am I still in your way when I'm in a totally different lane? You tell me. I don't get it. Right now I'm going with the flow of traffic, though. I'm passing the other drivers on this road. And then El Cajon Boulevard breaks off here on Montezuma, which is what we usually take because this is where a bike lane actually starts up. It doesn't go this far. I don't know why it doesn't start at the break. It's all red curb. They could just add a white line there and give us the bike lane too. I don't know, maybe the geometry is off because there's that little physical barrier. I also want to talk about this entire vacant lot off to my right, but we'll do that another day. The bike lane starts up here. That barrier is gone, and after we cross this Reservoir Drive intersection, we get into that new construction that I've been covering bit by bit. No real updates on that. I think it's a really lousy job, not for nothing. I was on a page on Facebook the other day, and the city was touting that they're doing a similar project like this in PB, and I saw them doing a project like this in Oak Park. The gist is that they seem to be doing a massive amount of slurry projects spread out all over the city, and it seems like they're doing them all at once. So we're going days and weeks at a time without any progress on this one. There's no lines, it's just the Wild West, and the texture is weird. There are some spots like where the slurry is, but then there are some spots where the slurry's been ground down, like right here, and you're down to that gravel. And I don't know if they're going to recover that or what, but if you're going to make a new road, and if you're going to do all this pavement resurfacing on El Cajon Boulevard and here on Montezuma, that is an opportunity to make excellent bike lanes. I gotta hope that they're going to do that. My fear is that they're just going to paint the same lines that they had before, and even worse on El Cajon Boulevard, just do nothing and keep it driver priority and driver centric road without any infrastructure at all for people on bikes. That's my fear. I think the city can do better. I hope that they're going to do better. But from what I'm seeing and the kind of progress and markings that are on the road, I'm not optimistic, but I really hope they prove me wrong. We're going to get to the end of this construction where the paint is going to start up again, and from there we're just going to drive less, hope for the best, and ride a bike. Thanks.